Hey everybody, welcome to the Retail Rant podcast this week. And for those of you that have been following the Twitter feed, you're going to notice we have added a good friend to the show, both as a Twitter friend, I guess, if you will, and as somebody who really feels the pain of working in retail. And this week, it's a very special version of retail. Because I've been fortunate enough to find two people that are in the same field in retail. So you're not going to hear as much of the ranty bastard as you usually do, which is probably going to do very good for the iTunes reviews. But nonetheless, you've seen me retweet both their stuff quite a bit. So on the phone via Skype, we have at Retail Auto joining us. So Retail, welcome to the Retail Rant.
Why, thank you, sir.
And joining me in, quote, studio, another follower of the Rant who happens to work in this particularly and obviously miserable part of the retail industry, at Auto Parts Slave, who we will just refer to as... And don't get testy about this, anybody, okay? We're going to call him Slave. All right, it's a fucking joke.
Thanks.
Get over it.
Thanks, I'm glad to be here.
All right, good deal. So we've got Retail and we've got Slave. If those two don't go together like peanut butter and jelly, I can't imagine a better match. Retail, Slave.
Definitely feels like it every day.
Yep.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. So... And I've experienced a bit of the I guess they call it aftermarket auto retail or automotive retail. I've experienced a bit of it as a customer. Unfortunately, I did it a bit when I was younger, and I could tell my own horror stories, but you guys have heard a lot of those in the past. So I kind of want to let these guys just take over this week and blast some of these people that we see. I mean, Jesus Christ, I had to go into one of the local stores recently and get some shit, and the lady standing behind me in line.
Well, we all get to cars at some point. I mean, we drive them every day. We have to have them. It's a transportation, whether you take subway or whatever. But I mean, you touch cars at least one point in your life, and you've got to deal with that.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point too, because a lot of retail is a want. You know, nobody needs to go to Best Buy to buy that 60-inch LED TV. Nobody needs to have, well, some people will argue it, but nobody needs to have that brand new video game or needs to have a GoPro. But if your car breaks, you've got to fix the shit. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, you got to do something about it. I mean,
and then they come into our store all frustrated because their car broke and they have to be there. It's not because they don't come to our store because they want to be there. They come because they have to.
Yeah.
And that just brings a whole new element to the game.
Yeah, it definitely takes the, because it's a need, it takes the level of entitlement up almost to a completely different level. Because it's not, well, you don't have what I wanted. Now it's, what do you mean you don't have what I need? And I mean, I've seen it enough to know that it's just fucking terrible sometimes.
Well, you bring up the fact that they need it. They need it right then and there. And so when you don't have something in stock, say for, I don't know, a 72 Super Beetle, like a head gasket or a belt, and they need it right then and there, and they look at you like, why? Why do you not have this? I don't know. Maybe because it's a 70s vehicle? Something I just don't stock. I mean...
But it was so common when I first got the car. It was so common.
Yeah, well, it's one of the most mass-produced vehicles. Like, I'm sorry, like it's just not something I can really give you right here. I can get it for you. I've got plenty of ways to get it for you, but I can't walk in the back, man.
I don't necessarily. Oh, the back. Oh, Jesus.
Just
I can only imagine
supply and demand.
I can only imagine what the back is like in automotive.
Oh, it's a maze, really. You can just kind of find your way, because you know you don't have it. Like, oh, can you go check? And you've already typed it in the computer and found that you've only got the one that they've got in their hand. Like, can you go check in the back? Sure, I'd be glad.
Hey, let's go take a look at that mop bucket for a while.
See, anytime I spend any time in the back in a retail setting, it's called Twitter.
I definitely check my
Yeah,
texts.
that's when we go back and we make our tweets about, this person in the front that's making their complaints, and then we come back.
Yeah. Complaints. Yeah, that's a sore subject because it's bad enough that you have to deal with a complaint in person. Then they turn around and leave you a 1-star review on something like Yelp, and I imagine it's probably something like, they got me the wrong part. They're a bunch of fucking morons or something like that.
Yeah, because it's my
Oh,
fault.
I'm calling corporate.
Oh, it's my fault that I got them the wrong part, because they knew what they were driving that day.
That right there sums up most of everything. They don't even know what they drive.
It's the blue one out in the parking lot. Look, I know what it is because I've seen enough of them, but really, come on. I don't know the exact year, make, and model of what you've brought to me.
What motor does it have? Oh.
Is that a 4-banger?
I'm single.
I got a V4.
It's a sob. So, I don't know. I don't know if you get this a lot, but it's the guys that come in and they just go and they look and they kind of window shop. They're like, hey, what's this right here, and this right here is also vague, but they're like, they look for it and they're like, oh, I just need the part number. I'm sorry, I can give it to you right now. It's this amount. And they're like, oh, well, I'm just gonna get it elsewhere. I need the number, and then 20 minutes later it pops up on your computer as an online order. You're like,
oh, all right. Let's play the guessing game. It's or we'll do a multiple choice. So the customer comes in, you help them for, I don't know, 30 minutes.
oh, on a good day. On a good day, 30 minutes.
Day. All right, so you spend an hour with them,
Yeah.
and they decide they're not going to buy anything.
But they leave with a laundry list. I mean, this thing's 2 pages long, front and back.
Oh, yeah.
And
I can imagine.
Thanks, guy. Dude, my name's on my shirt. You don't. What the fuck, man?
Thanks, bro. So let's go multiple choice. Are they going to A, buy what you just spent the last 60 minutes talking to them about on Amazon? B, are they going to risk it on eBay? Or C, are they going to scour your company's website for any humanly possible discount?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Let's at retail take a swing at that answer.
They're gonna buy it on Amazon, then come back to you, and then try to return it to you.
Ooh, that's a good one. I see that. That's I just bought it the other day. Can you look it up?
They do a box swap. They'll buy it from you, then they buy it online, then they swap them and return it back to you because they want it right away.
Yeah,
they want their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
All right, so Amazon, is that we're gonna go with A?
Amazon online, yeah. External.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner because all 3 options were indeed a winner.
Yeah.
Because we know online they're going to get some ridiculous discount, like 75% off, because they're going to have coupons to add on top of promo codes and all this and that.
Oh, man, you have no idea. The rewards programs and all that. Well, I'm a member, and it's for a complete other store, and you're just like, no, sorry. No.
Oh, God. Are we going to talk about loyalty cards now?
I'd rather not. I mean, it's just...
Could you look me up by my phone number? I know I bought this months and months ago from this other store.
Yeah. Just dealing with that in general. Someone walks out of the door yesterday and wants to come back. Well, how do you not have your receipt from 12 hours ago? Which just blows my mind. Can you not?
I've had customers that walk out the door with their wipers, and then and then a minute later come in and they can't find the receipt. They just walked out the door and then they come right back in.
It's in your front pocket. I watched you put it in your front pocket. Just give it to me so we can make this process.
No. You didn't give it to them. That's
right.
That's
a good point. It's my fault
that you didn't give it to them.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then they want to return
it's always your fault. It's never their fault.
You brought up wipers, and I hate wipers so much. It rains, and you're gonna get a fucking wiper job, and you're just gonna really? And they have to comment. They're like, oh, they should put an awning out here for you guys to come out and put these wipers on. They're like, yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Or you could just come at another time.
Or you could think ahead, but I'll just keep doing this for free because that's what we're all about, is free.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, and if they actually probably bought wipers that were, I don't know, what's a good set of wipers versus a cheap set of wipers run?
Oh, it's coming back in 6 months, or it's not seeing them again for a year. Pretty much.
Dollar wise.
$20 for a set, and that's outrageous. Oh, I remember when wiper blades were $5 a piece.
I remember when a quarter oil was 90 cents.
Oh God.
Yeah, I remember when gas was $4 a gallon. You don't see that now.
Oh, thank God for that. Especially those of us that get to commute. Oof. I can only imagine the pain that was putting on.
Don't even start.
So what I was saying is, they want an awning out there, but they only want to spend. I say only, but they only want to spend $20 and buy the cheap shit.
Oh, it's not even the cheap shit. It's I just need the driver's side. I just need the one side. I just want to get the one. Like, well,
I just need to get through inspection.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's
yes.
That's the phrase.
Man.
And I'll tell you, the one thing I do remember from my time is that word right there will set off a garage like it's nobody's business.
Well, you bring up a garage, and it's always my mechanic said. Like, it's this backyard mechanic, not even a mechanic. It's this guy, this your buddy or your brother. It's somebody who just.
My mechanic said is the bane of my existence. That phrase I hear every day, and your mechanic's an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like somebody sending a friend to the store with the vaguest list they can possibly put together. Like, okay, go into the store and on the aisle get the green thing.
Yeah, and then they want to return it when it doesn't work. Because
no, it's your fault.
Well, I know it's my fault, but they want to return it because it didn't fix their problem, because they came to me with some odd noise and they wanted to explain their entire day to explain one small little detail. Like, so I was riding down the road, and as I looked left and switched lanes, I sneezed, and at that exact moment I heard this noise, and it went like this. And apparently I'm supposed to diagnose the car from that, because I don't know.
Because we're all like those Amco mechanics, You can just diagnose it by the sound.
Oh, you're talking about that horrible commercial?
Then they start rattling off like all these horrendous noises. They sound like The Exorcist.
My car is spitting up pea soup. No, that's probably antifreeze. No, it was pea soup, I swear. Oh man. So, and now I talked about this on a recent episode, dealing with warranties, and I've been all over the place in my retail quote career, but I can only imagine, and I've stood in line behind people bitching to high hell about a warranty that supposedly exists in a parts store, but I can only imagine in a parts store that the whole word, just the word warranty, probably makes you either your blood boil or you just get like the douche chills.
It's definitely douche chills.
Chills. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, really, guy, you're gonna pull that card on me now, and it's not just one product either.
It's across all the products. They just don't know how to install them right, and then they think it's the product that went wrong. Oh, the starter just cracked for no reason. No, you didn't tighten down the starter bolts.
Oh, well, my battery's dead. I need a new one. Like, okay, let's go test it. No, it's bad. Like, do you know it's bad? Do you?
No, my mechanic said it was bad, therefore it's bad.
Yeah, but you've seen.
No, it can't be the alternator.
Yeah.
No.
You've seen
my
them 3
mechanic
times
said
for
this,
the
so
same thing, and they can barely drive out of the parking lot because it dies so much, just because the alternator can't keep it up.
Oh, the best is when they come in, they ask for the free testing that you do, and then they want to jumpstart to get out of the parking lot.
Yeah, like
They don't come to buy the thing that they actually need.
Exactly.
They want you to jump their car so that they can go down the road and buy it from somewhere else. Just taking advantage of you for your free stuff again.
Yeah, just fix it for them. Let you do your thing because you're the car guy. You fix things, right? That's what happens.
Do you ever get phone calls where they call you and ask you if you do oil changes at your retail store?
Oh, all the time. All the time. Yeah. So could you fit me in today?
Free oil changes.
Do I need to set up an appointment? No. No.
We can set up my appointment for my free check engine light scan, please.
Yeah. Ooh, that's one right there.
Yeah. The filthy cars that you have to get into.
You just walk to it, and as you're walking to it, you see it, and you're like, there's 6 spots in that car, and there's not even one spot for one person. Like, how am I supposed to breathe?
Just Mountain Dew bottles and bags of Doritos.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, bags of Doritos.
They ask you, would you like to go out and get some fresh air? And you go out to this car, and it smells like everything that they've been through for the last week, whatever drug that they've had, and whatever McDonald's, whatever meal that they've had, whatever.
Yeah, meal they had the last week, 2 weeks, you know.
Yeah, I can tell you, when I worked there, we got the same thing. It was, hey, come check this thing out, and I heard the fresh air line a couple times, and it was so bad because there's about 3 seconds of fresh air, and then they open their car door, and you realize that you could probably make a lot of money on an anonymous tip because there had to have been at least probably a solid 3 pounds of weed in that car somewhere.
Yes. Oh my God.
And better yet, afterwards, after they noticed that you smelled it, they kind of sat back. They were proud of it, like, you can't do anything.
No, then they come into the store and they buy some black ice little trees.
Oh no! Way better. So you get this just giant ganja cloud floating over you, and they're gonna say 2 words after that are just going to make you shake your head. You guys want to take a guess?
I'm stumped.
I'll let you do the honors.
Y'all hiring?
Oh my God, yes.
And in a lot of places I've worked, a lot of people have applied for a lot of jobs, and I've hired a few of them. But I have never hired anyone that came in smelling like they just spent the night with Bob Marley and Snoop Dogg somewhere on an island with their pants on. It doesn't even matter the physical appearance. They could be coming in a Brooks Brothers suit, or they could be coming in with a tank top and a pair of Dickies down around their asshole. But that smell, there is no way in hell I'm hiring you. And you know what? Even though there's a now hiring sign on the window, nope, we just filled it. I meant to take that down earlier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So I get it. So retail's the same a lot, even though it's automotive for you guys. And I'll admit, I hated my time in automotive retail. It was fairly brief, several years ago. And I'm glad it kind of stayed that way.
Yeah,
But and I know you guys have way more than that, so I'll shut the fuck up and let the experts have at it.
Well, now we're coming across that magical time of year where it's starting to warm up, and you get the average person in retail where they got a bit of BO, but they come to us right after they're working on the car. And God, do they smell? They haven't bathed for a week, and now they're dripping, and you can smell them from across the store, and it lingers for the rest of the day.
Yeah. You just stand across the counter, and you're like, oh, and they're like, hey, can I use your bathroom? You're like, I'm not sure I want you to go there. Could you not?
No, we don't have a bathroom. I'm sorry.
Oh no, now that's one because here in Rantyville, one of the laws is the only time that you have to offer a public restroom is if you serve and prepare food. So you actually have to have a kitchen At that point, you then must offer a public restroom. But how many times in the course of a day is it either demanded or just taken for granted that I can just go take a shit at the auto parts store?
Oh man, all the time. People bring their little kids in, like, he's got to go. Can he use your bathroom? And you're not going to be like, well, no. But because
my last straw was when someone like bent over. I swear he must have just like bent over just somewhere around the toilet and just like he sprayed it all over the walls. I don't know how he took a massive dump like that. But it just, God, it was disgusting.
attempted an upper decker and just kind of aimed towards it, like not even giving a shit.
It must have been. It was like South Park style, explosive diarrhea, just all over.
Oh, God. Oh, a South Park reference on the rant. I love it. Massive explosive diarrhea. Jesus Christ.
That's not normal? That's not how it goes?
So now the 15-year flashback review is done. Yeah. And bathrooms in any retail setting is one of the most disgusting places you can go, not at the fault of the employees. Because we have a little checklist on the door, and it says that Bob checked it at 4 o'clock, and Tom checked it at 6, and, this person checked it at 8. But the shit that happens in those 2-hour gaps will make you just cringe. I mean, you walk in sometimes, you're going, oh, fuck, this isn't going to go well. Oh, my God. And here's what kills me. I saw this. Somebody pointed this out. Some girl posted a picture on Facebook, Twitter, whatever it was, Insta shitter, I don't know. And she took a selfie in a retail or restaurant bathroom, and it had urinals behind her.
What?
She took a bathroom selfie in the men's room, in her work uniform, and she was probably stupid enough she was actually wearing her own name tag. Because we know the rule of the retail rant.
Don't wear your own name tag.
Yeah. Yes. Don't. Always wear somebody else's name tag. So, all right. So Ranty talked again. Once again, I will shut the fuck up and defer to the experts and let them have at it.
I don't know about
Brain, that's off topic. God.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but
bastard.
Is your parking lot big? I mean, I have kind of a big parking lot, and they're like, yeah, can you come look at something? And, okay, I understand it. Like, not everybody knows what they're doing, and sometimes you just have those days where you feel nice, and you go outside, and then they are way across the parking lot. You're like, what were you thinking, dude? Like, can you bring it a little closer for me? Like, I don't. No,
they don't want anybody to touch their precious little Gia or whatever the hell that they have.
Their '93 Toyota Camry. It's mint condition. The clear coat's fading and the door's bashed in, and they have one duct taped window.
Okay, I could understand it if you just drop 60 or 70 or however many tens of thousands of dollars on a brand new Corvette. Yeah, I get those people parking in the back of the parking lot, but yeah.
I don't have to go look at those cars. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
So
good point. Yeah, that probably came
with another clientele that we attract.
Exactly. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I doubt anybody's spending $70,000 going, God, I can't wait to start working on this bitch.
Yeah. Not gonna happen. Well, it's those people they have to deal with that it's car care. They're what a carrot looks like. They got to have it pristine for their meat. And like, what do you recommend? And you show them what's good. What's the shit when it comes to washing your car? And they're like, you have anything a little cheaper? What? You wanted my opinion. Like, I'm the car guy.
What do you recommend?
This stuff right here. It's $15 a bottle. The bottle's so small.
Yeah. You got anything in the $2 price range?
You can spit on your hand and rub it on this free towel I'm going to give you. But
it's free?
I suppose.
They love free.
Yeah, it's that one 4-lettered F word that they come in, and it should be in any retail store, that along with it's cheaper on Amazon. I just made that $100 bill this morning. The word free should be treated as an act of terrorism in retail. And if you elect TRB for your president, I will make it happen day one.
It's just universal across the board. You pay for what you get, especially in automotive, and no matter what it is, your wipers, your cleaning products, the chassis parts that you get for your vehicle, whatever. It's all universal. You pay for what you get, and people just don't understand that.
Yeah, and I get that with brakes. I mean, I'm trying to sell brake pads to a guy, and I'm like, well, what do you want? What do you feel like spending today? Like, how often do you drive the vehicle? And he's like, I drive it every day to work. I'm like, okay, so I start them at $20, and then I go up to what came on the vehicle for $39. And he's like, oh, just give me the cheap jank. Just give me the cheapest stuff.
Yeah, it's only after they've asked you questions for about 30 minutes is when they say, oh, just give me the cheapest stuff.
Oh yeah, like, well,
you knew you were going to get the cheapest thing when you came in here in the first place. Why did you waste my time?
Yeah, like, well, what's so good about the stuff that came on the vehicle? Like, what's better than the cheap stuff? And you're like, well, it's not going to dust, and it's not going to squeak and make all kinds of noise. Like, huh?
That's what originally came on the vehicle. It lasts longer. You get more time for your dollar. But no, just give me the cheap stuff. Yeah. I'm selling this car.
Oh
in a couple
my!
weeks.
You bring up that, and it's I'm selling this car tomorrow. Like, do you really have a buyer lined up? Because I don't believe you. Like, I just want the cheapest battery. I just want the cheapest one possible.
Now I will venture. They buy the cheap janks, and they're selling the car tomorrow.
They're back in 6 months.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't even say 6 months. They're probably back in 3 weeks, screaming about a warranty on the same car.
Oh, because it's the pad's warranty that's the issue. Like, oh, it worn all the way down too quickly. They're defective.
But these pads said lifetime warranty. I should once I buy these pads I should get them for life.
Lifetime
No,
warranty.
that's not how it works.
Lifetime. Like, oh, well, I bought the car with this battery. Isn't it yours? No. Well, yes, but it's not under warranty. I'm sorry.
Oh, transferring warranties?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. That'd be like me buying a house and then, calling up Lowe's and saying, hey, you need to take back this Samsung dishwasher because
it's defective.
Yeah, it's under warranty. The home came with a warranty, so you have to take it back. Because a customer anywhere will stretch a warranty or combine it with like 3 other companies' warranties to make it fit their need. So it'll be like, okay, at Walmart, they'll take anything back.
You bring up Walmart. Yeah. I hate that place.
Oh my God!
Well, yeah.
This oil is cheaper at Walmart. Well,
terrorists!
They can buy it both, but if you get one of the deals that we have going, no, just give me that. Give me the filter.
Can you price match them? Can you give us more for their price?
Price match. Oh my God.
Oh man, it's always.
Could you price match Rock Auto for me, please? No.
Yeah. I mean, the Rock Autos, the Amazon, there's places like that where I'm like, no, like I can't beat Costco's price. I'm sorry. Like, go to Costco.
The overhead.
Good luck at Walmart on those brake pads, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what kills me a lot of times. Anytime I have to do a price match, it's part of the stipulation is it has to be somebody that has it in stock nearby, where basically you just made the choice to come to us to buy it, even though because you did your research on the inner tubes or whatever. You checked the competition, and it said, oh, they have it in stock. But somehow you got all crossed up on Google and ended up at my store. Oh, you guys don't have it in stock. Oh, well, can you get it for me, and can you get it at their price? And it's like, no, the part has to be in stock at both places for me to do any kind of price match.
It's not like auto parts stores or, dime a dozen. I mean, I can throw a rock to the closest one. It's not like it's far. You got to go up 2 miles down the road and stumble upon it. So just go there. Like, if it's really that big a deal. I mean,
or
now they're trying to get away with the quality of the product is what they're doing half the time. They're trying to get this good brand product at the cheap brand. They're trying to what do you call it? What about the cake? Whatever.
Oh, have their cake and eat it too. Yeah,
have
yeah.
the cake and eat it too. Yes.
Yeah, and I just don't get where some of these people get off with some of the stupid shit that they ask. I mean, you guys have
In store and on the phone. The questions I get on the phone are awful. Oh man, I hate that phone.
They just think that you are their resident ASE certified mechanic. They ask you all these stupid questions. Oh, speaking about stupid questions, have you ever gotten like these ridiculous off the wall questions? Because I know I get them like all the time. Like, what do I put in my 710 cap? Or
710 cap. Oh, that's
Yeah,
golden.
710
Oh God. Okay, sorry.
You got that
Ranty
one,
just
Phil?
got it. Ranty's a little slow.
It's oil upside down.
Yeah, I said I got
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
710 for fuck's sake.
Yeah. It's great.
So, hey, this thing looks like the back of a stormtrooper.
Could you tell me where it goes? And then you tell them where it goes. You go back in the store, and then they come back. They follow you in, and they're like, "I accidentally put it in the wrong place. Could you help me out?"
No.
I put engine oil in my transmission. Good luck.
Yeah. Is it supposed to be dirty?
I had a customer that put washer fluid in their power steering pump. Oh
Ooh.
my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
No lubrication.
Now, could you help me out? Could you pump it out for me? No, I can't.
I could
No,
sell you
I'm so
something
sorry.
you could
Now
do
I'm going to
that with.
sue you. That
Thank you,
washer
stupidity.
fluid had a warranty.
No.
I've seen some dumb shit in the parking lot of a auto parts store too. I watched a guy who worked at the store, and I was just going in to get stuff to change oil. And this lady was outside, and she was just berating this man. As an older gentleman, you could tell he was biting his lip, still being as nice and professional as he possibly could. But there was something wrong with her car, and from what I overheard, she showed up under the guise that it was a repair shop, and then got pissed off that it was not a repair shop. So that gentleman should fix her car for free. Wait, what? You've got to be fucking kidding me. And sad as it is, I had a little extra time on my hands, and how did I spend it? I sat in a parking lot and waited to see what happened to this bitch.
Oh man.
And kudos to the gentleman working in that store. I wish I knew his name because I would give him credit, but he stood there and called the tow truck company for this lady because it was too much of a hassle for her to look up the phone number for a tow truck to take it to an actual repair facility. So he pulled his phone out, and like I said, as an older gentleman, so it was a flip phone, dialed 411, I'm guessing, because he's talking. He's not on the touch screen of the, Apple 19-inch TV or whatever. Called 411, operator, whatever, got the phone number to a tow truck, and then as I'm getting ready to pull out, I see a tow truck pull in, so I backed into a parking spot just to verify, and sure enough, it backed right up to her little Volkswagen Beetle, started loading that shit on there, and I wanted to get out and go shake that man's hand and go, hey, here's a little something for you, Spider. You don't take no shit from nobody, okay? I mean, even from a customer perspective, she was a cunt.
Oh man.
And she acted that way because
we
she
call
was
those
wrong.
kind of people thunder cunts. That's what we call them.
Thunder
Thunder cunts.
Cunts. Yes. Is that
Yes.
a callback to our dear friend Seattle Amanda?
I thought of that one a long time ago, and I had a good laugh when I heard that
Nice.
come across.
I like the use of the term, but the question is, did the customer leave in their car or did they paddle away in their douche canoe?
No, you heard the thunderclap of their thighs as they were walking away.
Oh man.
Ouch. Ouch. Wow. All right, so Ranty started talking again, and we dove into the Thunder Cunt conversation.
Yeah, back to the phone thing. We're kind of a busy store where I work, and so get the one guy who calls, and you're looking at 9 other people straight in line, like kind of staring at you. Like 4 of them want to check out, and the other ones like are pissed off and all greasy, and they're like, "You're really gonna answer the phone?" I'm like, "I have no choice, man." And their question is, "When are you guys open till?" Like, you probably Googled it.
Yeah. How did you find the phone number,
right next
sir?
to the door.
How did you find the phone number, sir? I Googled it. Look there. Click.
Gosh.
It says on the prompts. It says on the website. It's like it's everywhere. But no, you're going to ignore everything. You just
I gotta look it up in the yellow pages.
I mean, just as an exercise, I'm going to Google an auto parts store near me right now, and just see. Oh, look at that. There's okay.
Was that the third?
Yep.
The third one down.
Wow. Okay, so the very first thing I click on, it gives me the phone number. It gives me directions. It shows a map. Let's see what other handy tidbits.
Going to the correct store.
Open until 9 p.m. Closed now.
Should call them.
But I guess I guarantee you that a customer is probably writing a complaint right now as we're recording this. Considerable amount of time after closing. I can't believe they closed at 9. This store is terrible. 1 star. Ugh. That's horrible. I mean, literally, a 30-second exercise gave me every bit of information I could possibly need about that retail location.
Smartphone dumb user.
Yes.
How about that one person that comes to you like 2 minutes to close and wants a battery installation?
We have a name for those kind of people.
The LMAs.
Yep. Somebody listens to the show vigorously because that's an old episode.
It's like
the
one of the
LMA,
first 2 or something like
also
that.
known as the last minute asshole. And there's 2 variations. There's the one that slips in the door with like 30 seconds before you get to lock it. And then there's the one that shows up 30 seconds after you've locked it. But I just need one thing.
The one thing that they need.
At first they try to break your window, trying to knock it down, trying to get in.
The whole door off its hinges.
And then when you come out there to tell them to stop, they're like, "Oh, well, I only need one thing. Oh, you one of your guys sold me the wrong part." Really? Yeah.
And you.
Sorry about you, Bill.
Well, no, I was going to say, and if doubtful that they had their receipt, but if you looked at it, it probably said it was sold to them at 2 p.m. and here it is, 45 seconds after 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
8 hours to figure out.
It's even better when it's a competitor store.
Oh yeah, like when they go to the wrong store and they come to you like, yeah, I called earlier, and you're like, "Oh, who'd you talk to?" And they rattle off some name. You're like, "No, there's no one here."
No, we don't have any women that work here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. Do either of you guys actually have any women that work in your store?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not right now. No, actually.
Okay. So I guess this will go to slave more, but I don't know. You've probably seen this before, retail.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just my perception, but the auto parts industry seems to be a very male-dominated industry.
Yeah.
Sector of retail.
Definitely.
I mean, you don't really see like a Midas commercial.
You get a
come
unicorn
on.
every once in a while. That's kind of nice.
Do what?
You get a unicorn? A girl that likes cars? Woo! Yeah.
Is that like auto parts slave Viagra?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
You're like, wow.
Nice.
Where did you come from?
You're,
and then they leave.
You're getting him all up into some other place. Let's bring him. Let's bring him back.
Yeah, he's probably just happy that she knows what year her car is. I'm guessing.
Oh man, it makes life.
It's a 90. It's a 94. Are you single? But to the point of women working in this industry, when you see a customer come in, and I'm assuming the girls work the parts counter,
sales floor, yeah.
Okay.
Typically.
Do you see a lot of sexism in that? Because it's
without a doubt. I mean, they'll either blow by them and not ask them any questions, and they're the first person to greet them out the door. They're the first person you're like, "Hey, what's going on, man? What are we looking for today?" and they'll just completely ignore them, like they didn't exist.
That stuff just makes my blood boil, because I have worked at other stores that have had women. It's just that right now I don't. But I've seen them actually. They've been at them, helping them at the counter, told them that they don't have the part in stock, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, can I talk to someone else then?"
Yeah, and then
Like,
they'll be like, "Oh, let me ask him."
It's just going to tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're perfectly capable. They probably know a whole lot more than you do, but
Yeah.
you're still just going to blow them off.
I guarantee you she doesn't lose a receipt 30 seconds after she walks out the door.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a doubt.
Because I will tell you one thing. I give Mrs. Ranty all the credit in the world. I could ask her, "Hey, honey, did you buy something back in 2009 at store X?" It might take 5 minutes of digging. She'll come back and go, "Yeah, here's the receipt."
Perfect, copied and ready to go. Like, wow.
And she like has it on the screen of the laptop. I'm like, wow, I love this woman.
Yeah. That's one thing. Like, people will come back from receipts from like 2004, and you're like, they hand wrote this. What am I supposed to do with it now? Like, what's bad?
I mean, you're telling me a customer will hold on to a receipt for 12 years?
Well, it was blank. It was just a piece of paper, but you could kind of make it out. You're like, get the magnifying glass. Can you bring that over? I can't. Wow, yeah, that's ours.
Well,
Wow.
you just said
That's
said
something
that
that pisses me off there, right? Is the receipts that fade. It just makes
thermal
our
paper,
lives
yeah.
so much harder. Especially working where we are, you have these people that are working on the cars, they're sweating, they're getting real hot. I've had customers that have walked out of the store, and within a couple hours later, they come back in and their receipt has faded to nothing, and they want to return their part, and it's a legitimate return, but the paper has just been obliterated because it's printed on thermal
brake
paper.
fluid all over it, and then the brake fluid just
Oh my
annihilates
God, brake
it.
fluid, yes.
Yeah, now, that's one thing that I've always had a bitch with is companies have gone to thermal paper because it's cheaper. Because you can run a thermal register for fucking years and not have to do a thing to it. Whereas before, I mean, when I first started retail, you had a little ink cartridge that you entered in on each receipt printer. But those receipts, and I've seen them, up to almost 10 years old, those receipts look like they were printed the same day. And they always say, oh, customer service is number one. Customer service is number one. But, man, if they don't take profits to number one as soon as they get done saying that, the customer service is number one, as long as it makes a profit, because that's our number one priority. Oh, man, it just drives me nuts. Because, yeah, thermal paper on a receipt is horrendous. You can lay it up on your dashboard. I'll run down to, say, my local Home Depot to buy something for the house. And I might throw the receipt up on my dashboard. I come back out if something's wrong, and I just look at the receipt and go, well, I own that shit now.
Completely white.
Yeah.
It's just faded. There's nothing there but just paper.
It drives me nuts. So, well, look, I know we've been at it for a while. Do you guys have anything else you want to add on the auto retail aspect? And
I always will, but I just can't think of anything. It'll always be that customer.
There's so many things that I want to talk about, like drunk customers and the businesses that we have to deal with, the car dealerships, but that's a whole other conversation, I think, because this could last forever.
Well, you know what? I think we have just birthed part 2, the retail auto slave. Yeah, we'll do it again sometime soon.
I'm down. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. And I'm sure the listeners will appreciate it because they're like, oh, thank God, another break from TRB's ranty ass. So, well, as you guys know, you have to wrap up the show properly around here on the Retail Rant podcast. So, I'll let Slave come up with the scenario, and Retail, you take it home with the sign-off line. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Let's give me a scenario where you really want to cause bodily harm to a customer.
Oh man!
Although we do not endorse nor support, but if that shit did happen, tweet it at the _retail_rant.
I had this guy. I was a closer, and he came in with a full Hardee's bag, and he starts eating in front of me. Like, dude, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I just start coming in, just munching on a hamburger and fries, and he's eating this in front of me to order parts. What do you do? just to get his
Or
breaks.
You take that bag and throw it back into his face. Always wear someone else's name tag.